All right. I think we are live, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I like to say that because I try to cover everybody here. But actually, in truth, today, I'm talking to a unique segment of the audience, of my audience. And that is anybody who is really struggling with Facebook ads. And you're not necessarily out the gate, meaning you're brand new. Yes, that's obviously the journey here in terms of paid media buying, but you also want to consider, established, if you're an established business, what you're doing here because you are most likely wasting your ad spend. So welcome to today's broadcast. This is Jon Rognerud, founder of chaosmap.com. And we focus on client acquisition strategies through paid media, content, organic and paid, as I mentioned, or I didn't mention organic, but we've been doing that for, since 2007 now. And today I'm going to talk about fbadsreview.com. That's a special domain that we've set up for you so that you can go in and take a look at what we have. And I'm actually going to share that with you today and what the benefits are of joining there, fbadsreview.com. But first, I just wanted to, again, thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing, getting a lot of great feedback on the broadcasts here. And if you are on Facebook, you are seeing this live. If you are on my media and marketing podcast, you are listening as you are driving or working. And of course on YouTube. This is sort of a wide network distribution in terms of that content, and I love it. It's technology just makes this very, very easy, and it starts with a video. So if you want to learn more, you can just shoot me an email at support@chaosmap.com if you want to implement some of these content strategies. But as you know, anything online that is working can get elevated in terms of speed using advertising. So I'm talking about Facebook ads here today. We also do Google ads, search, display, YouTube. But really, if you have a base, if you have an established business, this is for you. If you're brand new, yeah, take a listen here. But some of this may be a little bit over your head, but I'll try and explain it in a little more detail as we go. But yeah, as I said, speed to market is important. Advertising can help speed that up certainly by basically buying traffic, right? So that's what we're talking about today, Facebook ads in specific. And so what I want to do here is I want to just share my screen briefly here on what I'm going to take you through. And fair warning, this is a bit of a blatant pitch here. Now, if you've been listening for a while, and you're familiar with some of the things that we do, this is probably not going to be a surprise for you. But the good news here today is I have a special offer. And for this professional Facebook ads account audit, we start this at $1,497, $1,497. But we're running a special now really at the tail end of March here and into April. We may actually continue this, but we don't take that many clients on. And again, this is a potential precursor to us working together in full disclosure. But really, the step one here is to make sure that you don't lose any more ad spend. You don't want to waste it. You don't want to lose it. There is so much money left on the table as we start to look at the many hundreds of accounts and, looking at really the entire online sales funnel, right? So the marketing to sales experience. It's not just about the ads. In fact, if you've listened to some of my prior episodes, you'll hear me talking about the balance of your messaging, your market, right? Your advertising, obviously, your return on investment in terms of ROAS, return on ad spend, and ROI in terms of ultimately seeing that return in your business over time. But what we're offering here is really this unique, very detailed. It's really an in-depth review of your Facebook ads account, and we max it out. We don't try and limit it, but at the same time, if this is a large account with millions of dollars being spent per month, we're going to have a different conversation, right? So this is for small to medium-sized businesses, and maybe you have an established account. Maybe you're spending $10,000 a month, $50,000, maybe $100,000 a month. This review is going to be great for you. So as we're looking at the screen here, this is our Facebook Ads Account Audit Pro product. As I said, it's an in-depth review, and a note that we made here. It's this is not a software scan. There's tools out there, and we actually have developed some internally here using the marketing API for Facebook. But we're not actually just running a tool on this and sending it back a cheesy 2-3 page report that either you could get yourself or you already figured it out, right? So this is a manual deep dive, and we spend a lot of time on this actually to make sure that we not only get this right, but that we provide the best recommendations for you in your specific case, right? So this is all about customizing it to your business and to your market. This is not a cookie cutter, software scan and done in 5 minutes type of thing. We really dig in, and here's the key to all of this, right? Because there's others out in the marketplace doing this. We actually show you what you need to be implementing to get this done. And we also include some other follow-ups to this, including the support during this period to make sure you implement it. And I'll get into some of the more details of that here in just a few minutes. But ultimately, that implementation is going to be key, so taking action. A lot of folks, of course, like to consume information and sit idly by. This information is going to be actionable, and we want you to implement it. Now, if you need help, as I said before, we can talk about if there's an opportunity to work together, but really out the gate, we want to help you. And so what we often see here is a reduction in wasted ad spend, and even up to half 50%, of whatever you're doing. So it's kind of nice, right? It's very helpful. And I think the biggest thing that we see is, finally the clients are getting some peace and quiet knowing that the investments are working again. And that's a big deal. So let me just take you through this here briefly. So the benefit one, and you may have heard this, but targeting is a major reason why Facebook ads don't work, right? So you may have a fine product, you may have a fine message, meaning seemingly everything is put together right. The funnel seems fine as well. In fact, you've proven it because it's working, but things are starting to tank. Well, a big reason here is targeting, because targeting is not static either, right? I mean, all these things are moving parts, but targeting is a huge mistake that lots of folks make in terms of trying to make their ads work. So that's one of the benefits. You'll know exactly what those targeting elements should be, what our recommendations are, and importantly, why that is the case. Benefit number two is you want to understand certainly the right bidding and campaign objectives. You'll be amazed. Some of these things that we see can be a simple switch of a button or quickly set up a new campaign strategy, and things start working immediately. So you'll see how that works and how to ultimately get the maximum returns from your ads. And that leads into benefit number three here, to understand better your audience, as I mentioned, get that messaging position just right, and speak to the demographics, technographics, and psychographics. It's going to be very important to match that message to your market so that you can double the output of the ads. If you're running static ads, meaning creatives, that's fine. You may be using videos, which is, of course, we highly recommend in many cases. Make sure that the call to actions are clear and that the offers are structured in such a way that you can get more leads and more business, into your world, into your ecosystem. Finally here, I'm sort of just bulletizing this at top level. There's a lot more to it, but I wanted to at least make sure you understood this. Benefit number four is that you get a complete picture of your pixels, which is, I'm talking about the Facebook pixel here, analytics, conversion points through your funnel, and what the best custom audiences are to get more sales. Because as I've talked about before in a previous broadcast, the ice cold traffic, the warm traffic and hot traffic, different content strategies and different ads need to be positioned for those audiences. But custom audiences, as you start to build those up, will have the highest leverage point typically. So that's just a few benefits right out the gate. And we've been doing ads since 2012. And we've gotten some great feedback and working with some great clients as well. And, really enjoyed actually working with Jason Horning. He's a senior leader in this space. He's, I hate to use the word guru. I'm sure he hates it too. But bottom line is he's been very successful and spends $500,000 plus a month in ad spend across a variety of clients and markets, and we get to actually work on those and see that level of output. Appreciate that. We have Ben Stocks of Ben Stocks Marketing. Did a big event for Ed O'Keefe at EOK Media. And so we feel comfortable about all these things that we provide. But what we're most excited about, actually, is the ability to look inside your ecosystem and determine what's working, what's not working, and what are the recommendations to make that shift, right? So this is the Facebook Ads Audit Pro, and all you need to do is just go to fbadsreview.com, fbadsreview.com, and that'll take you to this page, which you're looking at here. Again, if you're listening, fbadsreview.com is simple. Just type it into your phone or desktop browser, and you can get to this page where you can select some of the or you can see some of the things that I've described, and you can select the button, obviously, to push forward. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second. And one of the questions we get actually is, hey, I love what you're providing here, but I don't necessarily see that I need this. I mean, I can do this myself, right? And so basically what we're saying is, yes, you can. And if you can, then you probably already have. And if it's been working for you, then probably this presentation is not going to be for you, right? I mean, you'll learn from this as we can provide a lot more value probably than you have, and not trying to undermine or sidestep your qualifications. But if it was already working, then you wouldn't even see this, because I was very blatant at the top that this is a very direct pitch here today for the fbadsreview.com. So the question there is, can you review your own ads? Yes, probably, but can you get the results? Well, many can't, but I hope you can. So I just wanted to address that because we get that as well. And as I said, this is a detailed manual review, and it's an in-depth document with screenshots, recommendations. You also get a Skype or a Zoom call to go through the document, and that's recorded, so you can watch it over and over, or if you miss some of the details, then you can feel free to go back, right? Folks get excited about this because of the level of scrutiny and detail, and if they have an expansive business, they may already be running Facebook ads, but also Google ads. And we've been running Google ads since 2007. We're certified search display in YouTube, and if you have any questions about Google, shoot over a little note to support@chaosmap.com, and we'll take a look and see if we can help you with that as well. And of course, ultimately, hey, I like all this, what I'm hearing, Jon, but what if I just don't like it? It doesn't fit into my business. I tried it. It doesn't really work for me. I mean, there's many reasons why this might not work. We have yet to send any money back, but we guarantee this fully. So if you don't see any measurable results here in the first 14 days of implementing this, you get a full refund. Now, what we're talking about here is measurable results is sort of a bit evasive. The truth is, you're going to look at your math, you're going to look at your spreadsheets, you're going to look at your reports, and you're going to see, hey, we implemented some of these recommendations and immediately started working, right? Well, 14 days, we're giving you a little extra time here so that you can get that in play. And along that 14-day period, if you have questions, we'll include essentially support for that as well. So we're not trying to just send you a report and leave you hanging. We really want to see you succeed during this journey. So that's what that's all about. And in summary, you don't want to lose any more ad spend, right? Quit doing what you're doing that's not working, and let's get you those results. And so this is your professional business ads audit. And when you click on, yes, I want this, it takes you to a order page. And as I said, we're doing a special offer on this right now, $497, and we normally do this at $1,497. So it's really an amazing $1,000 off right now. Don't know how long I'm going to keep this up. We're going to kind of test some of this stuff, but we basically charge $1,500 out the gate, $1,497, as I said, just for an audit. So we also work with larger clients, I should say. So if you're just starting out, referred to this a little while ago, this is probably not a good fit. But if you are established and you have been running Facebook ads, but you're either losing traction or you can't seem to scale past a certain point, then this is going to be useful for you. So, so as I said, we have a 100% guarantee on that. There's like no questions asked after that 14-day period. If you've implemented this, it says 30 here. We lowered it to 40 because we had some folks who were just dragging on and implementing in the last 5 days. We want you to take action immediately, right? So you don't want to hang back and slow down on this. But essentially, kind of a short presentation. Feels perhaps a bit pitchy here today, but that was really the intention. This is a blatant presentation of fbadsreview.com from chaosmap.com, and that's where we do our work. And we've been doing this since 2007. And we have a lot of clients and strategies that we've built through campaigns and different marketing channels and different marketing mechanisms over the years. So we've probably seen your problem before, right? We've been there and we know the struggles. So we can get you through this, and hope that you consider fbadsreview.com and take a look at that. There is literally no risk. We will show you how you can turn this around for your business, and we'll look forward to serving you. And again, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for listening. And please share and like. And if you have any comments or questions, shoot a note over to support@chaosmap.com. All right. Well, once again, thank you, and I'll see you soon.